Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, talking Kentucky with the bowl bid coming out against Virginia Tech. That's in the Belk Bowl, ACC versus the SEC. And, of course, National Signing Day is coming up on December 18th. So Mark Stoops, we've talked about it many times, Kevin, in regards to his recruiting prowess and doing extremely well and having a game plan that's different than the rest of the conference in regards to looking north for a good portion of his selections. Right now, 247's composite has Kentucky 10th in the SEC, number 23 in the nation, coming off a number 12 in the SEC, number 34 in the nation. So if those numbers are correct and hold out, he's recruited better even this particular season. So just your thoughts about the incoming class.
I think it's one of the best one of the best ones that they've gotten in the 7 years that he's been at Kentucky. I was scrolling through looking at rivals here. They've got them. I think they have them 24th. The big one is Justin Rogers. He's a defensive tackle from Michigan. He's same Marquand McCall, who's a current Cat. They've hit Ohio, as you said, just incredibly well. And now they've even moved up farther north, into Michigan. He's out of Oak Park, Michigan. He's 6'4", 315 pounds. He's listed as a defensive player, but they may move him to – there's talk of moving him to offensive tackle, that he could even be better on the offensive side next year. Right now, I think he's ranked 15th by rivals. If that holds, he'll be the highest rated player ever at Kentucky. And then you go down the list. They hit Kentucky. They hit the state of Kentucky really well again this year. John Young is another offensive lineman from Louisville. Bo Allen, quarterback from Lexington Catholic. Speaking of quarterbacks, that's another thing. He's not a he won't be an incoming recruit, but Kentucky got to transfer from Joey Gatewood, the former Auburn quarterback, who will announce he's coming to Kentucky. So, he'll sit out next year, but then he'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining. And people are really, really excited about this one because he would be the highest rated, quarterback since Tim Couch. Not that they had like the rivals, 247 rankings, back then, but those are two guys. Like I said, Gatewood, he'll have 2 years because Terry Wilson will be great. He will be gone after next year. Sawyer Smith will be gone after next year. And everybody's pretty excited to see what will happen, with Joey Gatewood in this offense. But as far as the rest of the recruiting goes, it's the biggest thing, they're trying to hold on to the guys that they have. And then there's three or four guys that they're really hot after. One of them's Vito Tisdale, who's another in-state player. I don't think he's officially. I think he's at the U.S. Army All-American game, I think, is when he's announcing. But they have 16 commitments right now, and the talk is that they're wanting to sign 4 or 5 more. And just to the fact that what happens every year in football, there's going to be some attrition. There's going to be some guys. There's going to be some guys who transfer out. There's going to be, but they're looking at 4 or 5 guys. And like I said, Justin Rogers is the, he's the crown jewel of this class. And, he verbaled back in May, and then, he took another, a visit to Alabama, and he's, but he stayed strong with his commitment. And like I said, he's going to be the big one. They've got several guys that are going to be could be instant impact players next year.
Kevin McGuffey from Last Word on College Football. I encourage you to jump on over there and join our friends at Last Word on College Football for, of course, bowl season prep, all the coaching changes across the country that we're trying to keep track of as well. And keep it locked in right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. Like the videos, comment, share, and subscribe. Kevin, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thank you for having me on again, Mark. I really appreciate it. And maybe, like I said, after signing day's over, or Belk Bowl or something, we can catch up again. It's always great to talk to you.